And of course my helper's out here. She's got my back while I'm, working on my cars. So, like I showed you in the pictures, those two little screws are out. And all I gotta do, I think, is push back on this. And it comes right out. Easy. Easy. There's just some tabs underneath there that it slides out from underneath. Up on top, these two tabs right here. Oops, those two tabs slide up into here. Doesn't get any easier than that. Now let's try and fit an exhaust tip. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to move this bad boy into the shade because, whoo, she was getting hot out there. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to try and make it easy on myself. These set screws have to go into each one of these, and then there's going to be this locking nut that goes over the top. So right now I got them all out, and I'm going to put a little bit of, just a little dab of Loctite on each set screw and then thread it in so it's no more than flush on the inside. Then I'll still be able to slide this on easily. Then I'll crank them down, get them straight, and put the locking nuts on after putting a little bit of Loctite on the inside of that lock nut right there, right? Or even put a dab on here what's sticking out. On the top one, I'm going to put a little Loctite on here right about, I'm going to know about where that nut is going to end up. It's not critical. I'm going to hold this from the inside so it can't screw in on me, and screw that bad boy down on top of that Loctite. Loctite juice. Alright, setting that off to the side so I don't spill it. Not that it matters, cleans up good on the garage floor. Now let's see if I can swing you guys around here. I'm not really sure how much of that you're going to be able to see because I don't have a viewer, but I'm going to push this on about where I think I'm going to want it. That's got some good clearance right about there, I think, after I torque it down. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my 4mm here, and I'm going to tighten this bottom one down a little bit. Why? I don't know. I just think that this bottom one needs to be tightened down first. Might be wrong. Might be wanting to do the top one first. Let me get the camera up in here and show you this. There ain't a whole lot of clearance there. But maybe that's enough, I don't know how much the exhaust actually shakes back here. It's a nice tight fit. Might be too tight. I'll probably have to do some adjusting on that. You gotta hold that tight after you get it tightened down, and then you put the wrench on there and you tighten that around. Torque that down with the blue Loctite in there, or red if you want to. I don't care, I always use blue. And then centering it, of course, making sure your pipes stay centered. Get them where you want them, torque them all down. I think then this job's done. I'll get to putting the rest of these on here. I don't want to bore you with a long video of doing that. Alright, here we go from this side. I'm gonna take a couple of screws out that have to come out. Hopefully this is in the field of view here. Get it out of the way. Just like this. Boom. Out. Okay. And then, of course, you've already prepped this, right? So you've got these backed out all the way. And on the top, we're gonna put Loctite on all these, and then gonna put Loctite on all these, and then I'm gonna put the nut on top because there just isn't a whole lot of room up inside of here to work. after I get this on temporarily, I've got the other one bolted on temporarily. After I get this one on and snug down, I can't wait any longer. I'm gonna have to do a cold start. I gotta make sure that these things don't change the sound of my M Performance exhaust that I paid a lot of flipping money for. Alright, so I won't bore you with this video. I'm going to take all these out, put Loctite on them, get it all prepped, slide it on there, snug it down. And next time I see you, we'll be pretty much ready to do a cold start. Okay, after quite a bit of fiddle farting around, I still have to line up that side better to my liking. But I decided to stick a couple of same thickness trim tools in there and then push up against them while I was tightening down the set screws. And that seemed to really help get everything lined up. And then after I got them tight, then they were held in place and right about where I wanted them. So yeah, so most of the exhaust on a cold start comes out of this side. This valve over here closes off. So I wanted to get this side on, do a cold start, make sure that it hasn't changed the sound at all from my M Performance exhaust. So let's do the thing. See what it sounds like. Yeah, I think that's running right. I think that sounds good. I don't think it changed any of my pops and burbles. And maybe changed the tone slightly. As you can see, there's some perforated pipe in there. Kind of like a little bit of a resonator. And I'm sure the sound is channeled a little bit more than they were before. Got some carbon fiber wrapped around the outside. And after I get them locked down permanently with the lock nuts, I'll pull this thing out into the sun so that we can all get a good look at it. Be back in a second. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed the little video, hope I didn't make it too long, put a bunch of boring stuff in there for you. If you like it, hit the subscribe button, or not, doesn't really matter to me. Like the video. If you like it, then I'll know that I should probably make some more of these. But I kind of like this, these little quick mods like this that don't really change too much. I can go back to stock pretty easily if I want to. There's my helper. Yeah, nap time. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you later.